What's going on, everybody? Joey here, enjoying my garage. It is a beautiful Sunday and I have another project to do. Today is going to be changing the automatic transmission fluid on the Ford Escape. It's going to be a 2009 Ford Escape, so if you have one like this or you have a Ford Escape, you should be about the same, and it's super easy to do. You do it about 30,000 miles and you can just drain it out like oil, add some new in, and you're good to go. Only about 100,000 miles or 100,000 miles or so, that's when you want to do the actual filter. But between them, you can do just the draining and replacing and have a smooth shifting ride. So let's get to it. Now the first step is to get access to the actual drain plug. It's right here. It may be hard to see, but if you undo it now, it's going to spill out and it's going to spill all over this guard. So what you need to do is remove the guard. And it's just held on here by one bolt that is a 10 millimeter. And all I'm going to do is loosen it up. That way I have better access to the drain plug. Now you don't have to take this guard off all the way. You just want to get it up enough so when you're draining the transmission fluid, it's not going to drain all into the guard and make a big mess everywhere. So the easiest way to do that, I found, is to use a zip or a bungee cord. All I have to do is, usually it comes in this hole right here, whichever works best, and then you just bungee it up. That way the guard isn't obstructing the flow of the transmission fluid while it flows out. Now everything's set up. I got the drain pan. Only thing left is to crack this baby open. That's tight. Loose. Now it does have thread sealer on it. You can see that from here, and I also did it last time, so I will have to replace that thread sealer. So I'll just clean up the bolt while it's draining, and then I'll clean up the actual filler plug or the hole before I put in the new automatic transmission fluid and after it gets done draining. And there we go. I'll let this drain until it's done. Now that's pretty much done draining. All I have to do is replace the bolt. And it is easy as that to change the automatic transmission fluid on this Ford Escape. And I do have the thread sealer on it. It's up at the top. It's not a crazy amount on the bolt. It's just enough so that once it gets tightened down, that it's not going to leak. And that's pretty much all it's going to do. Now I'm going to tighten this down by hand. You don't want to torque it down a whole bunch. And I'm sure there's a torque setting on it, but I'm just going to tighten it back down to where I found it, which was about hand tight. Because I don't want to strip the screw, don't want to bust the bolt or the block. And there we go. Good as new. So let's go up top and fill it up. Now the last step, refill what you took out. On my drain pan, I have an indicator of how much fluid is in it, so I know it's about 4 quarts. So I got 4 quarts of Motorcraft Mercon LV. That's exactly what it's called for in my owner's manual, so I'm going to put it right back in. And it's super easy to do. All you have to do is remove the dipstick. I'm just going to put that off to the side, put it right there so I don't close the hood without putting it back in. And then I have my super cool funnel. You can get these at Auto Parts store for a couple $. And all it does is goes right into the dipstick port. And from here, all you have to do is refill the automatic transmission fluid. So I'm going to sit here and put 4 quarts in. And there is number 4 quarts. Now I looked at the owner's manual again to make sure I know which one, and I saw the capacity is about 9 quarts. So it looks like doing the draining this method, you get about half of the fluid out, and then you're replacing with newer fluid or new fluid, so it kind of dilutes it into about half the strength of what it was, or you know, the cleanliness, I guess you can say. So I'm guessing that's why at about 100,000 miles, that's going to be about 3 changes, about 50%. So the fluid would be about down to 25%, and that's when you change the filter. You'd remove the sump, and then you can also change the filter and all the fluid, and you'd have brand new fluid at about 100,000 miles. So I'm guessing that's the mathematics and the rationale between it. So that is it. All from here, I'm going to start up the engine. I'm going to just let it run for a little bit. I will check with the dipstick to see what the level's at. I'll put it into park or into reverse and go through the gears real quick and then check it again. I will drive it down my driveway, drive it back under load, and then check it again. So I'm going to be checking it a couple times just to make sure that the level is just right, and then after that I'll probably go for a short drive down to the gas station, get gas, come back and check it again, and all this, make sure it is on a flat surface. You don't want to do this on a hill because you're going to get inaccurate readings. Make sure you do all your checking on a flat surface. So that's pretty much it. If anybody's wondering, of course I collected samples because that's what I love doing. And I will show you, here is the 30,000 miles that I put on it, or it would be about 50% clean since I've already changed it once, if that makes sense. And then here is brand new automatic transmission fluid. So you can tell the difference right there. So with that, that's it. Super easy. Take less than 30 minutes altogether to drain your transmission fluid, put some new stuff in, and make sure you keep it happy. So as always, as I always say, and I always mean it straight from my heart, thank you everybody for watching, commenting, subscribing, liking, sharing, all those types of things, because you make this channel possible. So ride safe, drive safe, and keep at least 2 wheels on the road.